This is 6 years of business advice in I don't know how many minutes, but I'm gonna share with you my biggest mistakes and my best wins. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's not waste any of your time because your time is precious. So the first one is understanding that nobody gives a shit about you besides you. So in your business journey, you will find different mentors. There will be people who will sell you a course. There will be agencies who will help you with your content, repurposing it, distributing it, etc., etc. Employees. And what you need to understand is that even though these people will promise you the world and they will tell that will help you, obviously you also say the same thing to your clients. At the end of the day, none of these people actually give a shit about you, okay? The only thing that matters for them is for them to get paid and to do as little work as possible. This is human nature and you need to understand this. None of these people that will come in your life, in your journey, will actually give a shit about you. And not because they are bad people, because they only care about themselves as you only care about yourself. When you start to understand this, and you really understand it, you'll start actually taking ownership over your business. You will figure out ways to be profitable, okay? You will fire different people. You will hire different people. You will micromanage. Or maybe you're not a micromanager, I'm not, but you'll figure out which person loves doing their job and does the job because they love doing their job. But do not expect any of these people come in and save you, because you will be very, very disappointed. Then, second that I want to teach you is the art of having difficult conversations. And probably you have had difficult conversations, and one of the most difficult conversations is with a girlfriend that you want to break up with, okay? Or a boyfriend if you are a woman, or whatever you are, right? But breaking up with a girlfriend is very difficult because you've spent so much time with that person. Probably that person knows you in and out to a certain extent, of course. But in business, you'll have to get used to having those types of conversations pretty much every month, okay? I remember there was a guy that I used to work with. He was a great copywriter, but for whatever reason, his emails weren't converting my list, okay? Because email marketing doesn't work in my niche. I know this is a mindset problem or whatever a guru that is selling an email writing course might say, whatever, right? It didn't work for me. So I had to make a decision and I had to talk with this dude and say, look, from now on, you won't get paid anymore $2,000 per month for writing emails for me. It doesn't matter how good your emails were. They just didn't work. And it's not your fault. But I cannot pay you anymore. I cannot keep you here and bleed money anymore. At the same time, I remember last year, I think last year in 2024, I used to have 50 members or 13 members in my stuff, and they were all depending on me to pay for their fucking bills, right? 1,000 there, 2,000 there, 500 there. They were depending on me. But then I realized, like, hey, I don't want to deal with all these people. I don't want to give them money. They're helping me, but are they helping me that much so I can owe them this amount of money? No, fuck no. So I had to have a conversation with each one of them and say, look, I really appreciate you working with me and I appreciate everything you've done for me, but I don't need you anymore. And these conversations are really tough, okay? Because you're putting someone's livelihood in danger, pretty much. But it is what it is. I had to take care of myself. I only gave a shit about myself. And I had to have this difficult conversation with them. And you have to learn how to have these conversations with these people that will come in your business at some point, because they are unavoidable. You can avoid them, but the more you avoid them, right, the more money you are bleeding. Probably you are losing a lot of time. Maybe you're not even paying them, but they are taking money from you in one way or another. So you have to be okay with having these types of conversations. You know that after you have that conversation, you'll feel so relieved, okay? Then third lesson that I want to give you is that you need to hire people. Okay, so I just told you I fired a bunch of people, but there are things in your business that you don't want to do and they are essential to be outsourced. So I'll give you an example. I am a YouTuber. I suck at editing videos. I hate editing videos. I would rather plank for 5 minutes than edit a video. I just don't like it. It's not my thing. I'm not interested in that at all. So the first hire that I've made in my business was a video editor. Okay, actually it was an agency that was doing thumbnails and all that stuff. I still hate thumbnails. Right now I still pay someone to do my thumbnails for my other business. Okay, so whenever you start to make some money in your business, the first thing that you need to do is to start outsourcing the shit that is important but you don't want to do. Okay, so in my case it was video editing. Then after I have outsourced that, the next thing that I have outsourced was paid a salesperson a percentage out of the sales that he was making. So that this guy, same as with the video editor, they were better at the thing that they were doing. My sales guy had a conversion rate of like 40% while I had 15% because I don't want to do objection handling. I don't want to ask the same questions. I don't like it. I'm not interested in that. But it's a very high leverage position. So I have outsourced it. Okay. And it was one of the best decisions I have ever made. The third person that I've hired was someone that is doing lead generation on LinkedIn. So someone who is manually connecting with people on LinkedIn and sends them a message on my behalf and then it books them for a sales call. It's a very boring position that I actually fucking hate, but it's very high leverage. I have outsourced it. Okay. Then I hired an email copywriter. Didn't work for me. It wasn't so high leverage. It wasn't making money. So I got rid of it. So figure out in your business what is high leverage and you don't like doing and find someone who can do it. I know it's very difficult in the beginning to give away money to someone, but trust me, freeing up that time where you actually have to do the task and freeing up your mind knowing that you don't have to do that task later is gonna let you be more creative. And at the end of the day, as a content creator, you need to have a sharp mind and you need to think about ideas, about ways to improve your program, how you can generate more leads, how you can generate more income and not spend it doing stuff that you don't want to do. If you like editing videos, by all means, edit videos. If you don't, then fucking outsource it. And the fourth lesson that I want to share with you is that you should never give up. So in your entrepreneurial journey, as I mentioned, you will be encountering different people who will sell you different things, promise the world and they will not deliver. And it's not really their fault, it's just circumstance, okay? So do not get bitter because you failed or because someone lied to you or scammed to you. You'll still learn something from the people that didn't deliver that much. You learn how to protect yourself or you learn a trick or two here and whatnot. But you should never ever give up. There will be moments in your entrepreneurial journey where you think that there is nothing to be done anymore. There will be moments where you doubt yourself. Those moments will be present in your life way too often. And you just have to get used with that chaos, with the fact that this is actually what you signed up for. I know everyone on YouTube and on Instagram is making their entrepreneurial lives seem flawless, perfect, like they have no worries, like things go so well for them. Let me tell you, all of them, they're going through bullshit that you don't even know about. You know, you might look at their lives and you might think, oh shit, if I would have these guys' lives, I'll be so much better. But you don't know how they feel when they have to pay a shit ton of tax or when they have to make the payroll and they can't and they have to fire someone. You don't know these things. Just know that you will be dealing with a lot of bullshit, building a YouTube channel, monetizing your audience. You'll have people that will call you a scam and you've never scammed anyone. You'll have clients that are upset and they will want refunds, but they don't deserve the refund because they haven't even respected their contract, etc., etc. You'll be dealing with bullshit and bullshit and bullshit and bullshit. Just recently, this is a mistake I've done and I'm gonna fucking admit it. I had a client and we were working on a rev share, right? So I was taking 30% of their business that I was about to build. And we've created an email campaign. We spent like 3 weeks trying to collect all the testimonials, building the sales page, doing all that stuff. And I've made a mistake. And the mistake was that I didn't check how the website looks on mobile, because on mobile I had text not for tennis, but for trading. So when I sent the email blast, all the people saw that and they thought it's a scam, okay? And after that, we fixed the situation. The guy even made sales. But in that moment, when I received that message, I got fucking pissed because I spent so much time making this, double checking everything. But I didn't have that in my SOP. Now, believe me, it is in my SOP. And I was so fucking pissed because of that. But then I was about to go on a date with my girlfriend. We were in Croatia and we agreed that we're gonna go at night and get fucked up, have a bunch of drinks and enjoy our time. Switched it off. I said, okay, I'm gonna deal with this tomorrow. I'm gonna figure it out after. I'm not gonna let this ruin my night. You need to learn how to deal with these problems because they will come. Nobody is perfect, okay? That guy is not perfect. I'm not perfect. Your guru is not perfect. Everyone is making mistakes and we are all trying to learn. We are all trying to put things together and nobody's perfect. And that's why you shouldn't give up. You have to try again and again and again and again. And one thing that is very important that I've realized is you need to learn how to take the positives from every single thing that happens in your life. And I wanna give you another example. 3 weeks weeks ago, I was working with this dude with the trading, right? Because I'm working on a percentage basis. These people that come in, some are more interested in making it happen. Okay, that's kind of the problem with this business model that I chose. I know this now. I was scared about this, but I know this now. But this guy was unresponsive. Okay, he wasn't sending me the videos that I was asking from him. He wasn't doing this, that, and he was supposed to jump on a sales call. He was 30 minutes late, and he acted like like nothing bad happened. And I told him to, okay, we stopped the collaboration. Obviously, in my mind, I was thinking something else. But instead of being pissed about the fact that I lost 2 weeks, I was happy because I have improved my SOP, okay? Because of him, I realized that I need to do certain things in my SOP. So then I have onboarded other clients, okay? And then I followed that SOP. And if I wouldn't have that dude, that dickhead at the end of the day, I will not have the SOP. I will not be able to detect which person is worth investing my time into. I realized that that guy wasn't a good client and he would have probably scammed me and he wouldn't pay me anyway after I would have helped him. So you need to learn how to take something good from each thing, not getting bitter, not giving up. These things are important and these things will change your fucking life. Hopefully. If not, don't fucking blame me.